Hey guys, come and join me in the old Frog and Toad for a 4th of July pipe chat.
Welcome to the pub, come and have a beer. Come along and sing a song of real good cheer. Forget your cares today, it's time to laugh and play. We're drunk again this afternoon on Saturday. The songs we like the best of all our old songs. Sad songs, bad songs, bold songs. If you like to sing, come and have a fling. Everybody welcome to the pub. Oh yeah! I'd like to welcome you to the pub. Away we go.
Hey guys, Mike here from Old Man Things, and welcome to the old Frog and Toad Pub Shed. And happy 4th of July. I've got white shorts on, blue shirt, and a red hat. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the 4th of July. I'm smoking an American pipe. Okay, Woody from Bobby, so a good cheers. And some Prince Albert. It's still American. I believe, well, it's not, nothing's, I don't know. This is manufactured for John Middleton, Richmond, Virginia. It was done up in the Dominican Republic, but I bet you anything the tobacco was American. So, anyways, let me light my pipe. But while I light it, I'm going to show you something new that I got for the pub. My famous last words were, "I'm done now. I'm not getting anything more." I'll see you back in a second. I wanted to show you this. It's all brass. Oh dear. Moth came flying out. They used to put these out in the front of a what do you call it? A Whitbread owned pub. So, and since that's my family, Whitbread, and I can trace them back to the founder, I thought I'd make my pub a Whitbread pub. So I thought that's quite neat. It's solid brass. I mean, look at that. Isn't that neat? It's a foot big, or a foot tall. Let me show you my tamper. It's old George Washington. That's where everything stops, because I'm drinking out of my Hudson Bay mug, made in England, and my English cup of tea. But cheers, everyone. I'm in the pub because it's forecast for thunderstorms any second. Otherwise, I would have been in the old Tiki Toad Lounge. But I haven't done a video for a bit in the pub, so I thought it'd be fun to be in the old Frog and Toad. When it's been so hot, it gets even hotter in here. But it has helped by me putting the screen up for the door. Otherwise, it was easily on. I mean, it's already like 85 degrees in here. So I was watching a channel, the Bobby Six Guns channel, and he was doing told a story about something dumb he did when he was a kid. And it made me think of something dumb I did when I was a kid. And I was I was like 3 or 4 years old. My dad was when my mom and dad were still married, and we lived in Toma. We lived on a street called Curry Street. Can you imagine? Because I love curry now. Anyways, we lived on Curry Street in Toma. And he was building a shed in the backyard. And his cousin, Daryl, had come to help him build it. His dad, so my Daryl's dad, Daryl's older brother Punk, and Daryl, they all chewed tobacco. And I used to, and at this point I didn't know all that. I was innocent still, right? I used to love to, I would, because my mom worked days and my dad worked nights. And I was in preschool because I had a hard time talking. Because my mom was a Cockney and my dad was an old drunk, so... I had to go to preschool to learn for speech therapy, because it was a mixture of drunk and Cockney. Can you imagine? It's funny I'm now cross-eyed and can barely talk. But anyways, I used to go with my dad during the day and he would go. He'd go from bar to bar, and then he'd go to a friend's house, and every once in a while he'd stop at a gas station and get a 6-pack of beer. Well, when he'd go to get a 6-pack of beer, every once in a while he'd let me get this little thing of tobacco. Sorry, beef jerky, and it was ground beef jerky. I'll show you a picture here if I can find one. I think they still make it. I love that stuff. And it was, I mean, it was the round, it looked like a thing of tobacco, or a chewing tobacco. I love that stuff. So now fast forward to a dad's building the shed in the backyard, and his cousin is there helping him. Well, in the garage, he had left his work bag, like where he had his, some of his tools in there. And in the middle of the work bag was this thing, which I now know is Copenhagen, laying there. And it looked like it was freshly opened. Well, I thought it was the beef jerky, and I knew it was wrong. But anyways, when I went out and made sure that they were working. Went back, so I was like 4. Went back in the garage, grabbed that thing of that Copenhagen chewing tobacco, opened it up, and just put it all in my mouth as quick as I could, because I knew it was wrong, and swallowed it. I was sick for like 2 weeks in my memory. I never told anyone what I had done. I told my dad years later. Like, he was probably so drunk at the time he couldn't remember, but anyways. I was thrown up. I mean, it was just terrible. I always wonder what my cousin must have thought when he went out there to go get a dip, and it was all gone. Anyhow, I'll tell you another story. Now I'm an adult, right? Well, I hope I am now, but the story is, we had just gotten this, it was a 32-foot Class A motorhome, and I mean, I loved it. It was just brilliant. And somebody had put the previous owner had put sticky strips on the walls to hang things, but some of the residue still was on the walls. So I was out there one day after work, and I had my cup of tea, and I had a bottle of I don't know what it was called, but I'll put a picture of it here. And I had the bottle, and I had like a rag, and I would be putting it on the rag, and then I was using it, to rub the glue residue off the walls. Well, I was in the bathroom doing that, and I had my cup of tea on the sink. And my wife came out, and my daughter was just, like, she could walk, but she wasn't good at talking yet. And my wife said that the daughter wanted to come out there with me. So she was on the floor playing with her toys or doing something while I was standing there cleaning the walls. And at one point, I turned to go get some more of that. Again, as I do this video, I can't remember what it's called, so I'll call it Gooby Gone. To put on the rag to continue to wash. And the bottle was like brand new. Sorry. And it was empty. And I'm looking at it like but it was standing in the same spot it was a moment earlier. So I feel the sink, and it's dry. Well, I look at it, and it's a huge, right on the bottom, warning, fatal if swallowed. And I look at my daughter, and of course I can't smell very good, but I'm like, did you drink this? Did you drink this? And of course she's looking at me, doesn't say anything. So I pick her up, and I run in the house yelling for my wife, told her what happened. Of course I'm getting screamed at. I said this is fatal if swallowed. So, I mean, it's like a panic. We're panicking. So I grab the bottle, take it in. My wife calls the poison control, and they're like, just watch her, make sure. The problem is if she would throw up within the next hour, that's where she could die, because it would then get into her lungs. So my wife's crying. I'm in a stress, meanwhile, my daughter's playing like nothing's ever happened. So I said to my wife, and I had a brand new cup of tea, like full thing I had just made. I said, I'm gonna go out and get my cup of tea and come back in. So I come back in, sit in the chair, and I finish my tea. And when I get done drinking my tea, I said to my wife, because it's like there's real orange juice in there. And I said to my wife, I said, why does my mouth feel all, like tingly, like if you have a really strong orange juice, you know what I mean? Here, what she had done was dump the stuff into my tea. So instead of her going to die, I was the one that was going to die. So then my wife had to watch me for the next hour. Can you imagine? So even at a young age, my daughter was trying to get rid of me. There's my stories, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July. Cheers, everyone. And ta-ta for now. I'm gonna try my, not the steak and kidney pie, but the steak and kidney pudding. So, and I'm gonna have my first bite with you guys. So I'm gonna try it. I'm out in the Tiki Toad Lounge. Give me a second. Okay guys, I'm gonna try the steak and kidney pudding. I'm trying it with you. I got a bit of kidney and a bit of the beef and the crust. I think it tastes really, really good. You wouldn't know it from looking at it, but it tastes really good. So I could only eat about half of it. It's because it's all I can eat anymore. But anyways, I liked it. I don't know. I don't know if I'd write home about it. And the kidneys kind of overpowered it at the end. It tastes very irony, you know what I mean? So I have one other one left, and then I have 2 of the steak and kidney pies. So who knows? But I liked it. It just, I don't think I'd write home about it. And you can read in between the lines. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And thanks for coming with me while I made my steak and kidney pudding.
It's time.
Who's gonna
Hi, gentlemen,
I don't know who's gonna run. Hello, Ducky, will you? Have you got a car, love?
I know this is the
I
last.
don't know what your name is, but you're going to drive mother home. It's a shame, isn't it? A shame. It's a shame when you're gonna go
Good night, everybody. Good night. See ya. Thank you very much. See ya. Good night.